He really was quite taken aback because he didn't realise that's what I was at all.
But what you've got to be very careful of, sir, when a man does come off like that, you'll get the chap that gets to the bottom of the gangway, shrugs himself, he knows he's got to get past you and get inboard, squares himself off, comes up the gangway, salutes, produces identity card, knows who he is, and then he goes for it to turn in. But once after making the initial effort of getting over the gangway, he'll go down to the mess, and he's 3 parts cut anyway. He's the danger man. He gets laid on his back. During the course of the night, he vomits, swallows his tongue. The following morning, you've more or less got to break his legs to get him out of his bunk. He dies through his asphyxiation. It's a farce, this business about you lock a bloke up. It's a punishment, he's got to be charged. No, it's for the boy's safety, for the man's safety, that you lock a man up.
To protect him from further offences.
Protective custody, so that's it in a nutshell. It's protective custody, it's to stop him committing himself further. This is all it's for. And, I mean, you may lock him up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. At 6 o'clock, you go up and see him, what you like now, Smith? Oh, you know, I've been a bloody fool, so I'm all right. And you let him out and give him a good talking to and say, well, look, come on, bloody grow up. You're acting like a big girl. Now, come on, let's get with it. And he'll say, well, I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry for all the trouble, you know, and you admit it. Tell the leading hand, keep an eye on him, and the kid's all right. But it's for his benefit. You're looking after him. You're not letting him commit himself so he's got a string of charges against him as long as you're around. It's no good. You know, it's just no good.
So how do we define drunk?
Well, you see, the definition of drunkenness...
Sometimes people will say things to me and it will go in one ear and out the other, and it won't affect me. But in talking to somebody like the Fleet Master at Arms, who is in fact junior to me in rank, I must say I feel very humbled when he tells me things, the experiences, and the authority with which he says it as well. He's so confident. He calls me sir, and it seems very odd. I must admit, I feel slightly uncomfortable. He knows so much. There's nothing on the ship which goes on that the Fleet Master at Arms doesn't know about.
A good yardstick, sir, is, would you, as an officer, be prepared to have this man as a part of your fire and emergency party? Would you like to send him into a compartment that you know is burning? You get various types of chaps that drink and various types of behaviour. There's different behaviour patterns. You get one chap that comes off, the only thing he wants to do is get his head down. You get another chap that'll come off and he wants to serenade the officer of the watch. And you get another one that, very occasionally, very rare really, that he gets to be a nasty bastard. And he wants to have a go at the officer watch. Well, the thing then, of course, is that the gangway staff, they'll be there and they'll say, right, sunshine, come on with me.
So the thing is, keep out of the way?
Well, as much as possible. So you know, you've had the finest training there is, sir, and you enlarge on it by your experience, and it'll come to you. It comes to everybody by experience. 99%, sir, is bloody common sense. Yes. It is, honestly, it's common sense.
Well, we can't really write about what we've been doing, can we? How can you write about 4 hours down the Stoke-hole?
Because that's right, Wednesday journals, isn't it?
Wednesday? That's all I need, that is, this week.
That's all right.
Look, I've got watches every other day, completion of my task book for WE on Friday, and that test on Saturday.
You've done it all, haven't you? You've had enough time.
Yeah.
You got on watch now, then, are you?
4 o'clock.
What watch you're on the bridge, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's all right, nice and quiet up there.
Oh, yeah.
Bridge up, He's a Russian intelligence gatherer, and he's been around for all the exercise, I think. But this is the first time he's been as close as this to us.
Top bridge report, Chairman.
He won't be able to go as fast as we can, so he won't be able to get very close. And they're normally very good at keeping close, but keeping out of the way at the same time. So I don't think he'll bother us.
Yep.
What do we hold at 140?
140, stand by. Top bridge. What was the last known course of Misha?
We've still got the AGI in station.
Yes, sir. On our starboard beam, sir. We are coming starboard to north, sir.
Is whoever it is deliberately riding him off, or is it just happening that
It's just happening that way, so it's Misha.
Mitchell, oh, well, it'll give him something to think about.
Right, officer, what you do? Take the con. Roger. Ask the plot if they can give you a surface signal.
Plot bridge. Give me a surface sitrep. It is exciting having the con. It's the largest ship in the Navy, and not many of my contemporaries would have the chance to give an order, although my order is backed up by the authority of the Officer Watch 1, which swings a 50,000-ton carrier in a different direction. That's the appealing part of it.
Right, alter course to 160. Steady on course, 160.
Starboard 5. Starboard 5. But unfortunately, one knows that as soon as anything happens, one is going to have to hand over to the Officer Watch 1. Roger, concur. I'm looking forward to the day when I get the responsibility.
Right, fetch it back to 155.
Port 10. Port 10. Altering 155. Altering 155. Senior officers tend to be very critical. They seem to think that things which are commonplace to them can immediately be seen by junior officers. When the captain's on the bridge, one feels nervous, afraid to make a mistake, because he is a very senior captain in the Navy, and he has an odd way of twitching his eyebrow when he's displeased.
Stop the swing. Midships.
Midships.
Give him his course.
Steer 155.
Steer 155, course 155 by Bravo, Simpson.
Very good.
Very good.
Midship.
Steer 160.
Steer 160.
That's all right, so you get, free travel. Well, you need it anyway, running around. Well, but how many miles do you put on a month?
Dick, two Dicks, can you come over here if you want your ill-gotten gains?
It's nice, isn't it? Oh my gosh. What's she doing with this thing?
Keep it rather smutty.
That's where I run short.
Must be a couple of men only.
There's only one men only, but I two Mayfairs, men only, Playboy. Actually, it's some veins. You may as well have the lot. And that's last year's calendar. But the pictures are just as good. Are you going to write for Phil?
1 by 90 pence.
Well,
you play with those guys? Didn't I do that?
I read that, Master.
Can't see what I've never... I recognised it.
That's nothing on the state, sunshine. Nothing on the state.
What? Idea, you're all wrong.
Collins, Dalton, Henderson, do the peanuts, okay? Get them all organised. Come on, Dalton, if you walk any slower, you head up for him for training. Right, come on in now, lads, and start getting this gear out of the pantry, pre-laid the table, check your services again, just to make sure that none of your oppos has nicked anything off you. Because this is what happens. Right, get everybody in. Come on, lads, gather round. Where's that piece of paper with all the service points on it? Come on in, lads, in we come. Get everybody in. Everybody out? Yep. Right, tonight, mess dinner. You all know what mess dinner is, you've all done it before. It's the same routine right the way throughout the Navy. Collins, do not shake your head. I want this to go down well, with a few officers tonight leaving the ship for the last time. Right, 130 covers, 13 sevens of 10. The A steward of each service is in charge. You do what he tells you, all right? And if you don't, and he lets me know, you can stand from under. Right now, sauce with the savoury. A does that again, okay? Then we clear the table, and we clear it quietly. Then during the loyal toast, I want you to come to attention and keep quiet. Then we'll home in with the dessert, coffee, cigarettes, and the cigars. Any queries, see either me or one of the POs, or the chap in charge of the watch. All right? And another thing I don't want is the old slouchy round the wardroom, nose picking, ass scratching, all right? And nothing to your uppos. Okay? Be smart. You all know your job. I know you know your job. So let's prove to the officers that we know it. Great. Quick smoke, empty your bowels, okay?
And we found him 3 days later under a hedge in the local park, having been on a massive bender.
The social life of the wardroom. I do miss that, because I must say I've always enjoyed that a lot. And that is something which doesn't happen. On the other hand, I've usually found there's something else that is occupying me at the time one of these sort of functions is on, so I don't feel too much like sort of little Jack Horner left out in the cold. And also, I think probably as the years roll by, these pursuits of youth become slightly left behind.
Sounds all fairly innocent, and we think of our lives in the bar or our bar.
Attention, the mess! David, should never get it.
O Lord, who bless the loaves and fishes, be present now to bless our dishes, and may our souls be ever fed on thee, the true, the living bread. Amen. Amen.
I don't think there's much time to get lonely, quite honestly. You're really quite glad to have just a little peace and quiet, and even then the chances are the broadcast will go and the officer watch will call you.
Yep.
A signal telling the provisional promotions completed.
Oh, good. Okay, I'll bring it out. Thanks. Yeah.
Yep.